hello, darlings. It's Miss Tia. I hope you're all doing well on this Monday. I thought I'd just hop on here and we talk a little bit about what's been going on these streets. Now, there's been a whole lot going on, but I'm just going to talk about really one thing. But I do want to mention real quick because, we always got to, Betty always been doing something. It looked like she done got herself in some trouble. So she got restraining orders filed against her from Katie Proudfoot and then the Bowersox, which is Katie's in-laws, Chris's parents. Well, yep, they done went and filed restraining orders on her because she go down there and she act a fool. And I don't blame the people for doing that. It's about time somebody do that. But yeah, so that happening and, she going on her live streams just carrying on like she ain't doing nothing. So, yeah, there's that. But the main thing I want to be talking about today is Tragedy Pimps Exposed, TPE, which is a great channel. She's a fabulous channel. She made a video. And in her video, she was talking about Tragedy Pimps, and she was calling out a lot of things that a lot of channels do. And some of them are the ones that, when you say Tragedy Pimps, there's like certain channels, certain creators that just come to your mind automatically. Like, we all do. Like, what's the first thing pop in my mind? Dolly Vision, Prayer Garden. There's a whole list of them, And those are kind of the hard line. That's the ones on the other side of that line because we all know what they are. Well, then, also in her video, she made a statement that, sometimes she don't even know where she belongs anymore because some of the creators that she thought was, good, or don't quote me because I don't know exactly how she say it, but, that she felt comfortable with, and now she say they doing stuff that she don't agree with, and she just don't know where she belongs. And she did ask for people's input, so Miss Tia gonna give some input. And, in TPE's video, she kept on saying that, she didn't do this to offend. She just wanted to talk about how she was feeling. And she showed some screenshots of some different channels and some different things. And, I'm not doing this to offend either. I'm just going to say how I feel. I think that sometimes we get so busy looking for the misinformation, looking for things that people be doing wrong, that's all we focus on. And we all going to do stuff different. Like, if we all agreed, it would, like, we all be saying the same thing. Like, all the channels be saying the same thing. Nobody want that. And so we are all going to disagree. That's just human nature. Some of my best friends, we agree to disagree. But that don't mean I don't love them. So, it is what it is when it comes to that. You're not always going to agree. Now, there was one thing that TPE be talking about that I absolutely agree with her on. And I'm going to explain why, too. The hashtagging of missing children's names on a live stream or a video where you talking some crap and you talking, or you just shooting the shit. You're just basically just, talking. Why you put that baby's name there? Like, yeah, you may have mentioned one little thing about the case, and then you off for 3 more hours talking about a bunch of nonsense stuff. Like, or not even nonsense stuff, but just, stuff that don't have nothing to do with that baby. And I say baby because Miss Tia call all children baby. I just do. But, so I get that, because you know what's going to happen is somebody may go to Google and they type in Sebastian Rogers, and then that creator's channel going to pop up with that live stream, got his name tagged in it, but when they click on it, they going to hear all the mess. The only channels, and it's my opinion, that should be hashtagging are the ones that are going to put his flyer up, going to tell his information, and going to ask people if they have any information, they need to contact the TBI. And that's kind of like Miss Duchess do. That's what she does. Now, she has some other streams where she talks about some stuff, but she does a lot of, showing missing children with their flyers and things like that. So, I do agree with TPE on that. Like, I don't think we should be doing that. Because, why? Why are you doing it? Because it's going to draw people to your channel? So then that tells me that your intent is not to help the child, but your intent is to actually just get more views so you can get some more money in your pocket. So if you're doing that, you got malicious intent, and you are, you know, a bad actor, whatever, tragedy pimp, whatever. That's what you are. But you got other people that, you know, sometimes they may even tag the child's name because they're going to be talking about the case, and they don't even think, they're not even thinking, like, they didn't have any ill intent on doing that. They just know that that's going to be the topic of their video or their live stream, and so they going to tag the name. And, you know, then their live stream may venture off into something else, and, you know, but they didn't do it with malicious intent. I mean, there are people on this platform that are here for the right reasons. We just don't do everything the same way. But our hearts are still in the right place. And I think we need to start recognizing that about people. You know, and I'm talking to myself too, so don't think I'm just preaching to y'all, because Miss Tia, I'm talking about myself too. And the last thing I want to talk about real quick is, you know, these streets are divided up into, like, neighborhoods. And, you know, Miss Tia talked about that before. Like, I roam all around the different streets and go into different neighborhoods. Well, we talk about trauma like it's a bad thing. We have turned it into a bad term. When really what that term means is people talking about crime cases and drama together. That's why it's called trauma. Because, you know, in crime cases, there's always drama. And so the trauma sector is real. It's a real neighborhood on these streets. And people go there because they like that. And as long as those people, those creators, are not exploiting the children, you know, or harassing families or going real life, then let them talk the trauma, because there's an audience for that. People like that. Just like with the drama. There's a whole freaking drama sector. And y'all know what's going on over there. And, you know, you want to talk about people doing some stuff. Them people over there, they go real life. They harass. They show up in people's driveways. They do all kinds of stuff over there. That stuff not right. And that stuff should be called out. But, you know, there's a whole drama sector over there. And people like to go listen to that. And then you got your true crime. And unfortunately, with true crime and trauma have kind of become a melting pot. You got a few creators that have been able to stay out of that melting pot and stay, you know, keep it just straight true crime. And those channels are like Gray Hughes and Grizzly. And, you know, you got some other ones that, you know, they don't get into the what's going on the streets. They just telling you about the case. But all of these streets and these little sectors are real close together, and sometimes they intermingle. But I think we need to realize that there's a place on these streets for trauma, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. We have taken that term and we've turned it into something bad. Not all trauma creators exploit. They just don't. So we need to keep that in mind. Because I think, you know, even myself, I have made videos before and used trauma in a derogatory manner. And, you know, maybe it was legit in that specific case, but I think it kind of just encompasses the whole sector over there. And that's not fair to them. That's not fair. So, you know, TPE, you asked for some input, so Miss Tia just giving you some. I just think that sometimes, and I'm guilty too, we focus so much on what people, we looking for the stuff they do wrong. And we need to start looking at their hearts and what their intent is. And I just believe that. That's the way I feel. And I think we just need to accept that, you know, trauma's a part of these streets. It's going to be here. And, you know, you can go there or you cannot. But it is what it is, darling. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to get on off of here now. And it's Miss Tia. And, you know, I'll see you soon. Bye now.